Okay, so let's talk about correcting our right. You're good filming? Okay. So let's talk about correcting a right anterior innominate. First, simple straight joint mobilization. Straight joint mobilization, just grabbing the pelvis and trying to mobilize it. So in this position, hand on the ASIS, hand on the back, just trying to pull back into a posterior innominate. Just trying to rotate it posteriorly. You could just mobilize like this, right? You can just do that, right? Turning this into a muscle energy technique. So muscle energy is typically using the muscles that oppose, right? So I can have him hold that knee up into flexion, bring him up until I feel I get some posterior rotation. Keep that leg there, keep your knee into my hip. Hold, don't let me push you down. So I am pushing him, trying to push him into hip extension, and he's using his hip flexors, which is the opposite of the direction I'm trying to gain. Relax, and then I mob a little bit, take up the new barrier, push again, hold. So this is muscle energy technique. What you see in your notes is not labeled perfectly right, so sorry for the confusion. That's why I'm making these videos. So that's a muscle energy technique. If I wanted to do a muscle assist technique, I want to use his hamstrings, which I could do in this position, straighten that leg out. You get in between and you hold them like that, and now I can push up into hip flexion, and he's using his hamstrings to push down. So try and push down into me, great. And the mobilization is the same. I'm still getting my hands on the pelvis and trying to create a posterior rotation, but now I'm using his hamstrings. All right, roll back onto your back. The other option is to just come straight up into flexion in sitting and push him into a posterior innominate and use his hamstrings from here. This is fine too. Don't let me push you up any further. Gentle, gentle, just like that. Remember, these are big muscle groups. They'll overpower you pretty quickly. And if the idea is to try and get the pelvis to move, you don't want them to push you down to here, right? So just meet my resistance is maybe a better word to say to them, all right? Hold, and then you can turn this into their home exercise program. This is a good crossover into the other side. Slide over the edge of the table, let that left leg hang off. Yep, grab this leg. So now this is his home program. Don't pull up and push down. Pull up, but don't move. So he's pulling up from there, pushing down from here. He's correcting a left intrapelvic torsion. He's creating a right intrapelvic torsion in this position. Everything I just went over is to address a left intrapelvic torsion. Obviously, you'd switch it around to do the other side. All right, you can stop that for a second.